There are really people out here who are truly upset, resenting the mess out of people that they love. They claim to love and care about, who they know love and care about them, but they're upset because the person is not reading their mind. They feel like they need X, Y, Z. Haven't said a word. We talked about these unspoken needs. Haven't said a word. Now you're resenting the people around you, but you haven't even expressed anything. Okay, y'all, look, okay. We gotta stop this foolishness.
To some, boundaries are just placing limits. To me, it's where the limitless things begin.
Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Boundaries and More podcast with Jess Abraham. I'm your host, Jess Abraham, your favorite boundaries coach, and today's episode is brought to you by Joyful Styles. Joyful Styles is a lifestyle brand that provides premium quality apparel that promotes joy and positivity. Joyful Styles believes how we approach a situation matters, and choosing to be joyful makes all the difference. You have the power, and it's time to embrace it. So get your Joyful Styles apparel at joyfulstyles.com. That's JoyfulStylez.com. Let's go. Look, for those of you who have not yet taken that boundaries assessment, take some time out right now to take that assessment. It takes about 2 minutes or less of your time. Just hit pause, come back when you're done, okay? That link for you is in the show notes. However, you're also welcome to text me. Text me the word boundaries to 210-880-0771, and I got you. I'll get it sent right over to you. Take that assessment. Get a gauge on where you are, right? And let's see how you progress as time goes on. All right, y'all. Oh, I'm excited to get into this episode today, y'all. I am excited. And it just makes me, my heart smiles, right? My heart smiles when I deliver these messages to you all because, this is who I am. This is it, my core. I'm excited because this is what I believe that God has called me to do in this season and do it in this way. And I'm just man, I'm excited, y'all. And then more excited because some of this, the book will be out soon enough for purchase for you all. And I'm excited about that as well. Okay, let me just get into it. I'm talking about the book because it gets me this is what I believe. This is what I coach and teach from and all the things, right? And this part, okay, let's just get into it. Okay, y'all see it. Owning your needs. Owning your needs, y'all. I'm telling you, be bold. Own it. Owning your needs. Oh, man. Okay. Now, for some of you, right? What does this look like? What are you doing here? What do you minimize, right? Or delay or hide your needs, right? I've seen it. I've experienced it. Being a receiver on the internet, and I'm sure I've done it long ago, right? Things that I used to do, right? We minimize it, delay, hide it, and just to be okay, this the part. We do that, right? Or I've done that to avoid being perceived as a burden or something else, right? This is what happens, y'all. I'm ready to get into it, right? We minimize, delay, or hide just to be to avoid being seen or perceived as a burden, right? And the big part about this is that this burden thing is typically in our heads. Right? The person on the other end may not even see it even close to that, but this is what we've already we're conditioned to believe, or we're going to get into some of that later in the episode, but this is, okay, y'all, let me slow down because I'm ready to go in for real. I love this stuff, y'all. I love getting into it and talking about this, but this didn't just happen. You didn't just wake up and be you know what? I'm going to feel like a bird. No, it came from somewhere, right? And now let me say this part because this is huge. Again, I've experienced it. Right? Definitely, for sure. Been on the receiving end of this one, right? Some of you don't even have unmet needs. The truth is, you have unspoken needs, right? You got some stuff that you need, you haven't even said, right? You literally just avoided, like you didn't even bother. Like you, oh man, we gonna get into it. We about to get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just slow down and yeah, okay. But I'm like, yo, you didn't even say nothing. How is a person supposed to know if you don't even express your needs? It's unspoken, right? Okay, look, we getting into it, y'all, right? We talked about this some of this before because in the fear of being too much episode, one of the recent episodes, right? Go check that episode out if you have not listened to it already. But this is how um we're again about this perception, right? How people will perceive us, right? Being too much or difficult or just being someone calling you selfish. Okay, and like again, y'all, I've mentioned here multiple times in on this podcast, and will continue to mention it. I have a completely different relationship with the word selfish than most people in the world, like 100%. And I know that, and I embrace it fully because what happened again? Go listen to the episode, "The Truth About Selfish." Right, I break it down a whole lot there. If you have not listened to it, or if you have listened to it, go listen to it again. Something else might jump out to you. Okay, that part, right? But y'all, I embrace it, and I want you to embrace that too, right? Y'all, it was so interesting. It's so funny. To me, one day, I remember talking to someone that I love and care about, right? And we was talking, and I was expressing how, like, yeah, but most people who know me and close to me, they already know this. I have zero desires to have a child, right? Zero desires. I have zero desires to have a baby, right? Zero, y'all. I'm telling you. And me and this loved one, we was talking about this one day, and then they were just going on and on. They were fairly new parents, right? Within the last let's say within the last 5 years, right? They've become a parent. And we're talking about it, and I'm just like, yep, nope, I'm good on all that. Like, I no desires, right? And this person said to me, and she was like, they were like, you know what? Like, I don't want to say it. I'm like, no, say what you gonna say. Like, talk that talk. What you got to say? Ain't gonna bother me. There was like, you know what? That's pretty selfish. I say, exactly. It's like, yes, I know. As it should be. This is my reasonings. This is how I see life. This is what I desire. Right. And I'm unapologetic about that. Yes. Again, based on, I broke down my relationship. Did I, in that conversation, broke down but again, I have a different relationship with the word selfish. The problem comes in when most of us, right, we think this is so noble to be selfless, right? And the world has turned this word and just try to weaponize selfish to you. It is not bad. Like, read the definition for yourself, right? I read it for you in the Truth About Selfish episode, but you can read it for yourself and see, like, what is wrong with being prioritizing my well-being, right? What is like nothing. As I should. Right. Again, there's levels to all of these different things, but the problem comes in when most, right? If you here listening to this anyway, right? People in my community and the people that I serve, the problem comes in is because you're not being selfish enough. That's the problem, right? So y'all embrace it. And I know some of you, that's so foreign to you because we've been conditioned to believe and see things a different way. I get that. But look, man, we're going to free you up. If you want to be free, you will be. Period. You want to be free. You take the actions, right? Take these things in, implement them into your life, and life will be tremendously different for you. I promise you that. Like this, okay, I've done it too many times, helped too many people to not believe this stuff just don't work. right? It works when you work it. Period. Right? Okay, y'all, let me keep it going because I can go in about that because I love it. I love when people start to do that. Yes, be more selfish. I told you I'm team be more selfish. Right? That's what specifically for my people. Because we don't have a problem with like putting everything and everyone on before ourselves, to a certain extent. Again, I've grown out of a lot of that for sure. Right? That the old jabs that this one, child, please. Please. Okay, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it moving. Right? Now, because I want to let you know, right? We get into this, we're talking about owning your needs, right? It is time for you to be honest. Fully honest. Don't dumb it down. Don't water it down. We talked about that. Like, no, we're not doing that. Be honest. Fully honest. Right? Man, people can't. Okay, let me slow down. Let me slow down and actually get into what this looks like, right? Some of you like, under my knees, I do, but let me just talk about what it looks like, okay? Right? And these situations and things happen, and you come up, you like, and what it looks like is saying, "I'm fine," when you know good and well you're not. Child, have I heard it? I heard it way too many times. Like, yeah, I can tell. I can just look at you and tell. I can talk to you and feel this. It's all, something's off here, right? I'm fine. You are clearly not fine, right? Y'all stop lying. Stop saying you're fine when you're not. Be honest. Be honest, especially with the people who love and care about you, and you know they love and care about you. Be honest. Right? Oh my goodness. Okay, yo. Again, what it looks like is you overfunction instead of asking for help. Right? You can just keep going, keep going, keep going to burn yourself out instead of asking someone for helping hand. Right, y'all? I've definitely done it. Right? Growing up a certain way, being super independent, I had to let that super independent spirit go. Right? I am very independent. Yes, I am. But I'm not like trying to figure it all out by myself. Right? There's too many people in the world more than willing to assist me. And I'm going to let God use them to assist me. Okay? That part. Right? All right. Man. Y'all, again, what it looks like is you dropping hints instead of just speaking clearly, right? Hint, hint, I wanted a hint, hint. No, stop hinting. Stop hinting, right? Just be clear in what it is that you want and need, right? That's it. Don't, like, we're not playing these childish games anymore, right? The time has come to let that go. Right? Time is going to let that go. Right? And also this part, what we do, right? And this is something definitely working through not to tell y'all, but convincing yourself that you shouldn't need that. Right? Convincing yourself that you shouldn't need that. Right? Now, I'm going to share this with you all. This is like, this fits here. Let me just say it like this. Like, y'all, I was like, man, I love having therapy as a regular part of my life, right? I mentioned this to my therapist and things, but I always saw it as part of my life, and be part of what I actively do just throughout life. I just didn't expect when I started therapy to start then and to go initially for the reason that I went. Right? That wasn't necessarily in my plan. Therapy was definitely a part of the plan to help maintain, because y'all, I believe in oil changes, right? I believe in having that maintenance, right? Good things don't have to be bad for you to be in therapy. Period. Okay, that's misconception there. But look, there's some things, and I know, like, man, I love how God has created me and the joy that I have, and just naturally, right? So when things aren't like going so great, or I'm feeling some type of way, it's like, about that. Like, it's easy for me. Like, I'll say this: it's easier for me to convince myself that I don't need certain things or whatever, right? Like, part of whatever it is, I remember I messaged my therapist recently, and I was like, yeah, let me get an appointment for this, this particular day. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to set it up before I talked myself out of it. Because that's what happens, y'all. We do that. We talk ourselves out of, oh, I shouldn't need that. I'll be all right. Like, no, you need that, right? You need to keep that maintenance, whatever it is. For me, it was that. Like, I needed to keep that maintenance and trying to be like, no, because I know what we do. What we do as people, we will easily convince ourselves, no matter what side of the fence we're on, we're going to find evidence and whatever else to support that side. And we don't look, get the support. Right? I have an episode called Get the Support. Y'all get the support. Right? It's important. Listen to that episode if you haven't already as well. Okay. Man, y'all, all of this, right? When you don't get what you need and you're not owning what you need, right? You start another thing that happens is that you start resenting what it looks like, resenting the people who aren't reading your mind. Right? Y'all, I wish I remember the name of the episode, the title of the episode right now. But y'all, I talked about this. People are not about, they can't read your mind. You got to express these things. Like, y'all, really, there are people out here. Oh Lord, I wish I didn't have so much close experience with this. But I do, and I thank God because I'm able to express this in a way to you, right? But there are really people out here who are truly upset, resenting the mess out of people that they love. They claim to love and care about, who they know love and care about them. But they're upset because the person is not reading their mind. They feel like they need X, Y, Z. Haven't said a word, right? We talked about these unspoken needs, right? Haven't said a word. And now you're resenting the people around you. But you haven't even expressed anything. Like, okay, y'all, look, okay. We got to stop this foolishness. This is what it is. Like, this is not going to work. This is not going to fly. Right? We stop it right now. Right? Because look, and because the truth is, this is what happens, right? Unspoken needs, they don't disappear. Right? You think because you don't say nothing, it disappears. It does not. It just leak out in different ways. You start showing out in another way. Like, you just start being differently. You resenting the people you love and care about. You start to, in a sense, acting out. Because this thing is leaking out of you. You feel some type of way about it. Like, it don't disappear. No matter how you try to like stuff it down, as far as like, it don't disappear. Express. That's the way you get it out, is by getting it out. Speak on it. All right. Like, man, oh y'all, too many times. Y'all, I'm telling you. Okay, look. Another thing, what happens when you're doing this, problems come in. Because when you continue to do this, you are teaching people to underserve you, right? I told y'all time and time again, and I'm going to continue to say this because this is, I guess, one of my, famous sayings or things I'm coined to say, but this is like my belief. You must teach people how to treat you. Period. There is no way around that, right? If you want really, truly effective, healthy and effective relationships, right? Mutually beneficial relationships and things like that, you must. And when you're doing these certain things, not speaking up, right? You're not owning your needs. What's happening is you're really teaching them to understand. You're like, okay, they don't need nothing. Like, it's all good. Like, well, I'm going to just keep on doing this. And then you, again, upset. They don't even know why. Like, stop being like unfair. We talk about fairness. I know life and fairness is just something, right? They don't kind of go together in a sense, right? But like, y'all, for real, this is not okay. You got to stop doing this to people, especially the people you love, you claim to love and care about. Because I have my own philosophy about that. Like, I don't believe you really love and care about a person when you don't do this. Right? If somebody is doing something to you, like if they're not doing something in the way, if you're not expressing whatever it is to these people, I don't believe, how could you really love and care? That makes, to me, in my brain, it makes no sense. None. Right? Like, okay, we got to stop doing this, y'all. Right? And continue to do this. What you're going to continue to do is build relationships based on who you pretend to be. right? Child. Want what you want and own that, right? Like, I'm not pretending to be anybody that I'm not. Like I told you, I'm talking to this loved one and I expressed this, like, I'm not going to pretend like I want a baby. I do not. There's y'all, zero desires, zero, like zero. Okay. And I'm not going to pretend like, just is like, okay, I'm just going to be this because people in the world and the society says this is who I should be and what I should want and all these different things. No, no. I'm not no, I'm gonna be me and me authentically, unapologetically, and we're gonna move from there. This is how we build those relationships that really are healthy and last. Right? We're not pretending here. And when you continue to build relationships based on who you pretend to be, you you tend to be, well, you become more disconnected from yourself. Right? Because now you're not even acting like you gotta stay in front mode with this mask on. Nah, boo-boo. Nah, what we not gonna do is that. Okay? You stop it now. Right? Take those masks off. Stop playing games. Be honest with people. There's going to be some people who rock with you, who feel the exact same way you feel, who respect how you feel, who honor these certain things, how you like all of these things, like the things you feel, you need, all this stuff. There will be your people. God, there's people out here for all of us, right? Like friends, a romantic partner, like all of that. Like there's someone and some for everyone, right? Again, friends, romantic, doesn't matter. Like there are people out here that get us and accept us for who and how we are, right? Again, not of you on some stuff you hurting people and all that kind of stuff. No, we're not talking about that. But right? Great character, all these things. Except you have to pretend to be somebody that you're not, okay? Right. Now, we're going to continue to get into this because let me just get into this like this. Like, if you continue to do this, right? You know how I feel. You already know how you feeling, right? There's this emotional neglect there, right? You should be more, you know, right? That is best. I don't even want to say that. Help me, Holy Spirit, because I've encountered people who don't believe necessarily is best. They feel like whatever the way they're doing it is the best way, when clearly it's not yielding the results that they want. Hey, not my way of doing things in life, but there are people, maybe you're one of them, who looks at life that way and operate in that way. But there's the emotional neglect. Like you just disconnecting yourself from the people that you say you love and care about, right? You're treating them a certain way. You're withdrawing when that's not the way that's going to benefit the relationship. And it's becoming okay with you. It's not okay. All right. Also, you start again, resentment is all part of this. A big part of all of this, what happens is resentment, right? Y'all probably hear me say resentment in nearly every episode because it's a big part of what happens, right? And then it's really not necessary. That's the big part. It's not necessary. But you create these environments where you start to do this because of what? Well, right, really ask yourself that, like, why are you doing this? Right? Yeah, let me just keep it moving. Again, you do this stuff, and then a part of that comes when you start feeling unseen or unsupported, when it's not necessarily true. Right? In some situations, you might be really unseen and unsupported. In some situations, because there are people out here that will definitely take advantage of you being a certain way. 100%. In most cases, though, from my experience, it's not even the truth. It's something that you've created this scenario and these things of an event, this series of events based on something that was not even spoken, that you didn't even say. And now, because you didn't even say it, you're upset, right? Resenting somebody because you feel unseen and unsupported. When, like, how can they even support you? Like, you didn't even give them a chance to support you. You didn't even give them a chance to see it from your point of view either. Nothing. Y'all, stop doing this to people, right? You're ruining your relationships, right? Y'all, if you're someone who ever tells someone it's not you, it's me, you're probably right. It is you. You're ruining these relationships, right? But now it's time to do something about. It's probably you, right? Let's do something about that change. You must do something different to get something different. You can't keep doing this because you're gonna keep getting the same old results in every single relationship. Doesn't matter if it's friendships, romantic partners. Doesn't even matter. Family, like doesn't matter. You're gonna keep getting these results if you keep going about it this way. Right? It's not rocket science. Okay. I'm telling you. Right. Another thing that happens when it comes to this again is there's people out here gonna do, whatever. But you start or continue to accept crumbs, like just whatever falls, whatever you get. Right? Because you don't want to be seen as difficult or too much. We talked about this. Right? We're not doing that. No, right? And again, with this, you continue to do this, you're upset, but you're the one attracting the people. Like when you continue to attract the people who benefit from your silence, right? You're upset about it, but you continue to attract them because you're not doing nothing different. So they're going to keep being the people that comes into your life. We don't need that. We must do something different to get something different, right? Now they're benefiting from your silence. And you go into these relationships now, continue to overgive to compensate for what you didn't even ask for, right? Because you just, man, if I just keep doing this, and maybe they'll see that I need. No, they'll see and know when you tell them. Let's keep it simple. Don't even let's not play these guessing games. Let's not play these guessing games. Now I know, right? It's a reason that you struggle with this, right? Some of this seems so foreign. Like you feeling it. You're like, yeah, I be doing that. Yep. You feel that. But let me tell you why you struggle with it, right? Because again, you didn't just wake up and be like, I'm going to be like this today. I don't believe that, right? It's a conditioning that happens to get you here, right? You were taught at some point in time that your needs were inconvenient, right? And it's not, right? You be praised for being easygoing and strong and all this. You're like, oh, well, this must be the way to go about doing it. Doesn't make it true. But these are some of the things that happens, right? Now, this is a big one, and I know, I get it, right? You fear if you ask directly, there'll be some rejection, right? You're like, oh man, if I actually say exactly what I need, or I ask them to help me here, and they say no, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about that? We gonna get into that, but I just put it here now. Like, this okay for people to say no, right? You move and adjust accordingly based on their response. It's okay. Everybody don't have to be accommodating to your needs, right? There might be certain people that just incapable of doing that. It's okay. I need you to know that it's okay. Let's keep it moving, all right? And also this one. Why you struggle with this is because in your mind, like again, this needy thing, this whatever and all this stuff, you confuse being humble with being invisible. Right? You think you're being humble by not saying nothing, by hiding, by not speaking up, but what you're doing is being invisible. Again, this is why you feel unseen. This is why you feel unsupported. This is why, right? You must speak up. They're going to either comply or they're not. It's not the end of the world. I promise you. It is not. Life goes on regardless. Period. Right? So now let me talk about the shift, because I'm getting ready to get out of here in just a bit. But not before I give you the shift, because this needs to happen. Okay? Right? Now, you must, absolutely must, name what you need. Period. Whatever that is, whatever it looks like, be clear and honest about it. Clear and honest. No, none of that stuff. We talking about asking directly, not hinting at stuff. Oh, look at this commercial. Oh, you hear this song? Oh, no, just say it. Just say it. You don't need to send a little video or some meme to try to hint or get beaten around the bush with it. No, just say it. This is okay. I would love this. I would love that. Just say it. It's okay. Right? Just say it. Make things simple and easy for everybody. Right? You actually get what you need a lot faster as you actually just say it. You're wasting energy, time, and effort trying to hide it and sugarcoat it and try to act like it's not what it is. Come on, man. You're too grown for that. We're not playing these childish games no more, okay? Now, I want you to understand this. So, when you have these needs, you feel like these needs, somebody told you were needy and all these different, they just ain't the person for you, right? They just can handle your particular needs. It's okay, right? But like, understand that your needs are not it's not a weakness, right? Your needs are God-given. God gave us needs. He created us and wired us in a way that we need certain things. We are not our end-all be-all. We need God. That's what I believe. Like, wired in a way, like, God, I need you for sure. I can't do none of this. I don't want to do none of this by myself. Like, no, that lame, not gonna work. Okay, no. But God that created you with needs. Y'all, I'm so excited for the book to come out. Y'all can read more and more about this. Like, y'all, is God given. Okay? Yo, now I want to give you some language, right? Because sometimes you don't necessarily say what you need, or this it's a foreign concept to you that you don't really know this. Because I'm gonna just give you some of the things that you could say and tell people when it comes to these certain things. Somebody have a request or whatever, you can just say, hey, look, I need more information on or communication around this, right? Like, just give me a little more. Right? I need that. I need a little more around this here. All right. Also, like simple stuff, right? I'm not comfortable with that, right? They need whatever you need to be comfortable with certain things. Just tell them I'm not comfortable with that, because it's a need for you to be comfortable in certain situations, right? I'm big on getting out of your comfort zone and all these different things, but that's in another context. And this, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Right. Also, like, right, one of the famous 5 words I tell you, I've mentioned here, I know in multiple different episodes, this, because this the one, like this, one of those ones I'll say like that, right? That doesn't work for me. Just say those words. Oh, that doesn't work for me, honey. That's it. Right? Like, no, you need something different, and that particular thing it does not work. It's okay. And a big one, y'all, I've learned more and more over the years that, look, to raise my hand for assistance, right? I need support with this, right? This is not something I want to do or willing to do by myself, right? I need another earthly person, right, to assist me with this. Right? God gave me this particular idea, these divine downloads and all these different things. But he didn't necessarily say like, oh, yeah, you do all that by yourself. No, there's people around where 2 or 3 are gathered, honey. Where 2 or 3 are gathered. I need support with this. Like, this is some of the things you say, and just let it be, like, let that be that. Okay? You are allowed to have needs. And mature relationships can handle when you're clear about them. Period. Okay, remember that. That part, right? And again, I want to say this, just in case you didn't hear me a little bit earlier, right? I want to say this right now. Again, if someone consistently do not or cannot meet your reasonable needs, pay attention to this. Right? This is valuable information to you. This is how you know what to do and how you can adjust accordingly based on this. Right? Don't just chalk it up or start getting in your feelings or resenting them or what. No, take this in as information, some vital information, which you can use to do something different about. right? You can act accordingly. Maybe they're just not the one to do it, or again, cannot do it. There might be somebody else that you get assistance with, right? Don't let that stop you. Okay. And also, I'm going to leave you with this. I am getting up out of here, closing with this. When you own your needs, again, when you own your needs, you are respecting yourself, right? You are respecting yourself. Put some respect on yourself, right? This is what you're doing, right? It's important. Don't disrespect yourself by dumbing down your needs and all these different things. You need what you need. There's people, you might have the people in your life that just can't support that. Get some new ones, right? Or give them a different particular need that maybe they can help fulfill. Right? There's a thing, man, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not even gonna go into it, but there's certain tasks that somebody I needed to give somebody else because one person just couldn't handle this particular task. It's okay. It doesn't make them a bad person. This just ain't your area to handle. It's okay. Right? It's okay. I ain't throw them away. I'm just, no, this is where you're better suited here. Right? Make sure the position is right for them. I'm just saying, all right, y'all, that's it. That's what I have for you today. That's what I have for you today, y'all. God is good. Okay, y'all. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. Again, that's on Instagram at Boundaries and More Podcast. For those of you who want more support around all of these different things that we talked about, this particular episode or other episodes, and to just get dive in deeper and get more support, look, come join us in the Boundaries and More community. Right? That link for you is in the show notes, or you can just go to community.boundariesandmore.com. Come join us there. Look, we gonna lock arms and do this thing together, right? Get that support. Don't try to do this on your own. This is foreign to you, right? This is foreign to you. Don't be like, oh, I can just take this and do. No, y'all, look, get the support. You get this level of accountability. People who gonna support you and hold you accountable. Period. All right, y'all. That's it. That's what I have for y'all today. That's it. That's what. Y'all go out, okay? Because I'm getting ready to go out, okay? And have an amazingly beautiful day. Amazingly beautiful. Enjoy the rest of your week. And be back here next week for more Boundaries and More with Jas Abraham. Talk to y'all then.